This is the STX-230 by Stunner Fitness, and man is it heavy. And I would like to thank Stunner Fitness for sponsoring this video. In this video, we'll be unboxing, installing and reviewing this treadmill. So if you're looking for a new treadmill for your home or have recently bought this specific model, then you have come to the right place. So let's start cutting. As soon as we lift up the box cover, we get to see a lot of packaging material used in the form of thermocol and plastic, acting as cushioning for all of the parts of the treadmill. And yes, the STX-230 does come with all of the required tools and the assembly instructions manual along with the 1-year warranty card. Let's quickly get the treadmill out of the box and get rid of all of the packaging material used, since even a small piece of that can hamper the functioning of this machine. With all of that out of the way, let's jump straight into the installation of the STX-230. First step is to lift up this column and then fix one of the provided two M8x40 screws over here. As informed earlier, all of the required screws have already been provided in the toolkit. Make sure all of the screws are tightened properly. Then we need to fix one of these M8x15 screws over here. The toolkit consists of 4 of these particular screws. Once that is done, repeat the procedure for the other side of the treadmill. After that, we need to fix the remaining 2 M8x15 screws right below the handles, one for each side. And finally, go ahead and fix the side covers at the bottom using the provided 4.2x16 screws. 2 screws for each side cover, giving us a total of 4 screws. And just like that, we are done with the installation of the STX-230. So I've had this review unit with me for about a week now, which means that I have a fair amount of idea to know whether it is worth buying or not. Even though this is a sponsored video, all of the thoughts and views shared by me in this video are my own. But before we take a look at its features, let's take a moment here to look at whom this treadmill is actually recommended for. This treadmill is going to be a good option for those who are looking for a treadmill in general for casual walking or running right at the comfort of their home without occupying that much space. Since the running belt is just 48 inches by 16 inches, this makes the treadmill quite compact. And when you're done using the treadmill, you can easily fold it up using just one hand. And move it to a corner of your room with the help of these rollers on either sides. Which means that you do not need a dedicated floor space for this treadmill. Also, this treadmill is going to be a great option for those who are a bit on the heavier side. So if your weight is anything below 110 kilograms, then you can use this treadmill without any issues, as claimed by the company, of course. Furthermore, this treadmill is highly recommended due to its brand new silkworm slow rebound shock absorption technology, or SSAT as they call it, which tends to help in avoiding injuries to the knees that are generally caused by traditional treadmills. It behaves like a cushion while you're using this treadmill. And finally, this treadmill does not have an incline or a decline feature. So if you're looking for a treadmill that has either an incline or a decline feature, then this treadmill is probably not the best option for you. Before we move forward, if you're enjoying this video so far, then do hit the like button, since that helps the YouTube algorithm to get this video out to more people. And also do consider subscribing to my channel to support my work. Alright, now let's take a look at the overall construction of this treadmill. So I actually really like the design of the STX-230. It looks really elegant and it feels very solid, since most of the parts are made up of metal. Very little plastic is used. We get good side rails which provide plenty of room to stand on, though I would have appreciated them being a bit wider. And since they are textured, it does help in getting a firm grip which prevents us from any accidental slipping. Also, it's really easy to step on these side rails since these are just 4.5 inches above the ground. So it should be a bit easier to step on these, specifically for those who have some sort of an issue with their knees or legs. These grab handles are made up of a rubberized material. They seem to be sweat resistant, which can easily be wiped down and are quite comfortable in my experience. Though I would not recommend using them like a pair of parallel bars, since they do not seem to be strong enough to handle a lot of weight. By the way, both of these grab handles have panels embedded in them, which can be used to check your pulse. The way this feature is used is by placing both the hands on these panels at the same time and then wait for a few seconds, which then shows your pulse on the screen. Pretty good feature if you quickly want to check your pulse while running. Though this feature may not be as accurate at times as some of the machines which are dedicated to checking the pulse, but it is a good option to be included here nonetheless. The top area is mostly made up of a white glossy hard plastic material with a silver lining running across here, which looks really beautiful, along with a matte black console that looks pretty futuristic, yet very minimalistic, with just a few buttons and a holder for your tablet or smartphone. This area is used to connect the provided security lock or safety lock. So one end goes here like this, and the other end is to be attached to your t-shirt. This safety lock is an emergency device that will stop the treadmill in case of an emergency while using the treadmill. So if you accidentally fall off the treadmill or even step away from it without first removing it from your t-shirt, then the treadmill will stop immediately to avoid any injuries. We also get two pockets over here where you can place a few water bottles if you like, or even your TV remote if you're watching some show or a movie while using the treadmill. And these holes over here are the dual Bluetooth speakers. And the best thing about this machine is the capability to place your mobile phone right behind this tension controller and watch your favorite movie while you work out. A real good USP if you ask me. Though I could not find their exact audio wattage values, but these can get really loud. You can easily pair them with your Android or iOS smartphones or tablets or even your TV for that matter, and listen to the sound directly on these speakers if you want. And since these speakers are right in front of you, it will definitely be a joy working out while listening to some beats. Speaking of pairing, this treadmill comes with a unique and fantastic feature known as Virtual Ride. Virtual Ride allows you to connect your Android or Apple phone or even your tablet with this treadmill in order to provide you with an interactive virtual world run. So all the while you're running or even walking on your treadmill, you can view any one of the selected landscapes of your choice on the connected device to get an immersive feeling. These landscapes come in a variety of difficulty levels depending upon your own capabilities, meaning that there is something for everyone. And you can set the pace of the run yourself accordingly as well. It's almost as if you're running towards the mountains or in a completely different city, all the while staying at home. I really enjoyed this feature, to be honest. You can even join a training class with international instructors to enhance your skills or stamina, or you can even compete with other users who are using the same feature. If you wish to get more details of this feature, then you may contact the customer support team of Stunner Fitness and they will be happy to help you out.
I want you guys to start at a 4.0, 5.0, 6.0 jog, somewhere around there. So go ahead and pick it up now in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, now let's go ahead and jump on this treadmill in order to test out all of the keys and buttons. The recommended method of starting the treadmill is to first place your feet on the side rails, then attach the safety lock to your t-shirt if you haven't done so already, then press the green start button and then wait for 10 seconds before you should actually step on the running belt. We can easily switch between the time, distance, calories and speed options using this button and see them on the LCD screen here. The reason for the 10-second delay is that it helps in increasing the lifespan of the running belt. By the way, 2 of these treadmill lubricants were also included in the packaging of this treadmill in case you need them later on. These lubricants help in reducing the friction of the running belt all the while increasing the overall performance of the treadmill. So the treadmill starts off at a speed of 0.8 km per hour, which can go all the way up to 14 km per hour. The speed can be increased or decreased by 0.1 km per hour using either this key or these buttons individually. Similarly, the treadmill can be started or stopped using these individual buttons or this key. This treadmill, by the way, has a powerful DC motor of 2 HP on continuous power and 4 HP on peak power. The sound you're able to hear right now is not coming from the motor, rather it is the sound being created by the belt's movement. We do get an option to set our desired targets for time, distance, or calories burned for individual workout sessions, while the speed can be changed only after you press the start button. This feature is quite a useful one in my opinion, since I usually set my own workout targets. Also, we can jump between 4 different speeds of 3, 6, 9 and 12 km per hour simply by pressing the respective buttons here, which is quite convenient. And we also get a total of 12 presets, even though only 6 of them have been shown here, all having a different interactive training program which allows you to simply select any one of them and let the machine decide the best method for your workout session. So for example, if you select the 4th preset named Fat Loss and hit start, then the program will start straight at a speed of 5 km per hour rather than 0.8 km per hour and increase or decrease the speed as time goes by until the time expires, which in this case is 10 minutes. Now let me jump straight to 3 km per hour so that you can get a better idea of the sound it creates. Now I'm going to select the 6 km per hour speed preset. Now I'm going to increase it to 9 km per hour. Now to 12 km per hour. And finally to the highest one, which is 14 km per hour. And as you may have noticed, the sound being created isn't that much, which is preferred in a domestic environment. And even at the highest speed, it does not tend to shake or tremble that much. Alright, by now I'm hoping that you've had a good enough idea about the STX-230 by Stunner Fitness. Now I'd like to show you guys the things that I think could have been improved in this treadmill. The first thing is the gap between the side rails and the running belt. In my opinion, this gap is quite a lot and could potentially result in a major problem if the side of your shoe gets stuck in here while running. It could even cause a major injury to your feet if you're not wearing any footwear, which is not recommended in the first place. And the second thing that I think could have been improved in this treadmill is the addition of the incline feature. Other than those two things, I think that the STX-230 by Stunner Fitness is a good option for your home and can be considered buying. At the time this video is being recorded, this treadmill is available on Amazon for around 28,000 rupees with a few offers, including no cost EMI offer on Bajaj FinServe and Amazon Pay ICICI credit cards for 3 months as well as 6 months, which is not a bad deal at all. I'll mention the direct purchase links for Amazon as well as the official website of Stunner Fitness in the description below if you wish to find out more details of this treadmill or any latest offers it might have. Well guys, I hope you found this video useful enough to make an informed purchase decision. You can support my work simply by pressing the like button, the subscribe button, and by sharing this video with your friends and family who are looking forward to buying a new treadmill. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe and take care.